Hello, welcome in. Happy Monday. How are we feeling? Thank you for consenting. As you're just hopping in, let that Reiki energy start flowing. Just consent to its flow. Let it start warming up your body, warming up your spirit. Hello, Rain. How are you? Welcome in. Really getting deep down into the body today. Let's make sure our bodies are really warmed up. Hello, Alyssa. Thank you for consenting. Make sure you're nice and warm and relaxed. Let me scoot up just a little bit. There we go. Hello, Jessica. How are you? How are the kittens? I allow my mind, body, and spirit to relax and to take in. Let that go straight down the middle of your body, straight down your spine. And then work its way out, all the way out to your aura. Hello, Lauren. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for the heart, me, Taylor. Sorry if you hear coughing in the background. Hello, May. How are you? How are you feeling? And May, I need to email you. Let me write that down. I need to email you something else. Email May. Okay. Thank you, Maggie. I ended up with a third one this weekend. Oh, Jessica, I am so sorry. I have heard working with kittens can be tricky. And sorry, Spotify just gave up on us. It'll come back in a second. I'm good. My back is sore and I don't know what I did. I am so sorry, Lauren. Yeah, let's get deep into the back. Hi, Sharzad. How are you? How is everything? I know I asked you last week, so I'm sorry I forgot the answer. Have you met with your potential client yet? This also was a dress from Target, by the way, bouncing back to your comment, Maggie. I think Target still has it, and they have it in a few different colors, and it's really flattering on all body types. Good, May. Good. I'm glad you're feeling good. Uh-oh. Spotify's trying. Honestly surprised. Oh, Jessica. Hang on, let me give Spotify a second to think. Oh, this is really specific, but I'm already hearing it, so let's go with it. I allow judgment to release from my core. And this judgment feels targeted towards the self. I allow judgment to release from my core. Yes, Maggie, relax and let go. That is wild, Lauren, really. That is super wild. And you don't have like a VPN or anything you're using, right? Because that's crazy. Like crazy magical, you know what I mean? Interesting. Thank you for consenting, May. I allow my beliefs to release. This is interesting. So maybe we've had some really like self-limiting beliefs, and this is releasing from the core, and this is going to help your physical body release. Ooh, Sharzad, I'm excited. Thank you for sharing, Rain. And I don't know what is going on with our music right now. Let me change playlists or something here. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's really interesting, Lauren. Thank you for the follow, Nancy. So I know we're kind of saying the same thing, but if you've never worked with me before, I'll explain why. Because with each statement, we're unwrapping a new thing. We're uncovering a new layer. So now I'm going to rephrase it. I release the thoughts around myself. I release the thoughts around myself. Ooh, there we go. Now we're slipping into comfort. There we go. Oh my goodness, every single song on Spotify is not playing. This is wild. Oh, I have no idea what they're called, Lauren. I don't know either. Yes, let go of self-doubt and negative thoughts. I know, it's the weirdest thing I have ever experienced. Like, I keep refreshing and it'll play for a second and then it stops. But it's okay. We don't technically need the music, but it is nicer when we have music, right? I allow myself to have the relaxation I deserve. Let me say that twice. I allow myself to have the relaxation I deserve. It really has, Maggie, and I don't know what's going on. Let me try to play it again. It hopped back to the other playlist. Interesting. Hello, Megan. How are you? See, it just did it again. Let me just do a restart on my computer. We'll just do a restart. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. We'll just do a hard restart. Anyway. Going deeper into your core. Ooh, let's bring some self-love down into the lower chakras. And by the way, I know people are popping in and out. How is everyone's Monday? How are we feeling? Feeling a lot better after the new moon, not feeling as like rough around the edges emotionally. Thank you for the heart me, Heather. About my location multiple times. That's crazy. Bringing self-love into your foundation, into your confidence centers, which is your lower chakras. India, how are you? Welcome in. How is your Monday? Same, Megan, same. I don't love it getting dark early. Last year we did something called a winter warming ceremony, just to like help uplift the mood, help bring in more positive energy, help us deal with it getting darker earlier. So I may do that again this year to help us with this shift, because I know it bothers me too. Good, feeling less emotional? Yes. Got a new one? That's awesome, Sophia. Aw, Heather. Maggie and Megan, yes, if you guys would be interested in a winter warming ceremony, we can definitely do that again. I brought in orange and yellow candles. We worked with fire really heavily. It was very warm, and I feel like it definitely helped improve the mood, improve everyone's mood, and help us get through like the toughest part of winter. So we can definitely do it again. Let me write down winter warming. And it was a ceremony through Zoom, so it was like a private thing, so we could really get in there. Tight hips. I feel tight hips. Let's get in there. Oh, Lauren. Getting down in the tight hips. It feels like restriction, kind of like what we were just talking about when we started. So loosening up the hips so you don't feel like you have to be so pulled inward, like, oh, I can't show all of my personality. Oh, I can't say that thing I'm wanting to say because I think people are gonna think I'm weird if I say it. Alyssa, yes, let's open this up. Slowly tugging on these hips, bringing heat into them. You may for a second just feel like a jolt of fear, like, ooh, being seen, this is huge. Let it flow right out. Because again, Reiki is never going to give you anything that you're not ready for. Thank you for the roses, Alien. Ooh, Nancy. My computer's still updating. It's almost done and we should have some ambient music back in a moment. I guess it was just like, you know what, you haven't updated me in like 3 years. I have to I have to now, or I can't survive. Oh, Megan. I believe in myself to show myself. This is interesting because when I was getting ready for tonight's ceremony, I was seeing pink and orange energy, which is self-love energy and fiery, confident energy. But it wasn't really like telling me much more than that. Sometimes it just happens like that. So I was like, I'm interested to see how this comes together. So I like it. Here we go. Oh, neck pain. Oh my goodness. That is not good. I had a lot of neck pain when I had my migraine issues last week. Last week I had a migraine like every day. I have never had that happen before. And my neck was just so tense the entire time, so I understand. Ooh, I allow myself to completely enjoy, not just here, but everywhere. Let's say it again. I allow myself to completely enjoy. And that feels like it's really going to come out of the sacral and out of the root. So you may feel that around the belly button and then down in your hip area. I give myself permission to completely enjoy. We no longer hold on to these misconceptions. That's what they are, is that if we're enjoying too much, then we're being lazy. If we're enjoying too much, we're not working hard enough. Let that go. Just untangle it right now. Especially coming out of, feels like it's coming out of this ear. Let me log back in. And that really is something that has traveled through all of our family lines. Like, it is literal trauma that has changed our DNA and carries through to today. I mean, it carries through the fact that we still have really long work weeks and think that if we work anything less than 40 hours, then we must be lazy. Like, we can't possibly be contributing to society. And that's just so untrue. There's so many studies that confirm that when we work less hours, we are actually more productive because we have more rest, we have more brain power. When we have more time off, we're not as worried about losing time off due to getting sick or someone else getting sick. There's studies that prove the counterintuitive. Happy Monday, Angelic. How are you? And let's try it again. Vote for me for president tomorrow and I'll institute that. I'm just kidding. Don't write my name in. I don't think you can do that in most states, unless someone's like, legitimately running. I thought about it for a second though, honestly. It was pretty good, Angelic. Thank you for asking. How was yours? I know, right? And I was like, I don't want to end up on the news as the person who did something stupid on their ballot. Because voting's serious. It's a serious thing. It's not something to play around with. Have you seen it before? Like, I think it's happened, in a few elections, local elections, where it'll come up like, this person wrote in something silly and it makes national news. There we go, we got our music back. Oh, Angelic. Whoa, okay. I give myself permission to lead. Where do you feel that pulling at? I feel it pulling really strongly in the heart. So what I feel behind this is that for a lot of you, this leading is tied to other people in your life trying to tell you how your life's going to go. So judging every step that you want to make and making you feel incapable of making the right decision. Let it go right here. Whoa. Oh, okay, now it looks like a string. Yes, Sophia, yes. Pulling this, ooh, hang on, pulling the string out even more. Ooh, let it go, let it go. Ooh, that almost made me gag, hang on. All right. Oh, Heather. I completely get that feeling. Because I had people in my life who would talk this big talk like, go do great things, go be this, go be that. And then I'd be like, okay, well, I have an idea. This is what I want to do. But why are you doing it that way? Nobody does it that way. You have to do it like this. And then I was like, one day I just woke up, you know, when I found this energy healing, I was like, you're telling me this, but you're not, like, you aren't setting any kind of example. Like, you're pushing me down with your own stuff you got going on. Lua, how are you? Did you, Jessica, I almost called you just Rabbit. Oh my God. Did you, Jessica, felt it in the sacral? Oh, Lauren. I'm the opposite. I give myself permission to release control and let others lead. Ooh, Angelic, interesting. Interesting. I love that we have someone in here on the opposite end of the spectrum. I was unavailable on Friday. I did a little something on my own before midnight. Lua. Aw, I'm glad you got to do something. How did it go? How did it feel? Oh yeah, let that go, Sophia. Yeah. So you really want to be careful about who you're letting get in your ear. Thank you for the heart, Shady Katie. I mean, of course, we need to be open to listening. We need to be open to, you know, some criticism. Obviously, we don't do the toxic positivity thing in here. Like, that's not real. That's not real spirituality. We do need to be open. We need to be teachable. We need to be moldable. We need to, you know, understand that we are both a student and a teacher on this journey. However, on that same token, be careful about who you're letting into your ear. Is it just constant criticism? Are they ever cheering you on? Are they ever, you know, with their criticism, are they accompanying that with leadership and mentorship? Just some things to think about. Exactly, Maggie. Yep. Ah, how does that feel? Just saying those few words, how does that shift feel? Felt nice but still heavy. I'm taking it as patient and confidence in the universe kind of lesson. Yes, Lua, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a really good idea, and it feels good. It feels intuitively good. Absolutely, Sophia, let that go. All right, now we're shifting a little bit. I allow myself to step into my own. I step into my own being, and I literally see you walking over like a stone threshold. Thank you for the roses, Cassidy. Step over that stone threshold, and you're stepping into pink and orange energy, and it's kind of creating a peachy color. Step into this, and I see the sun before you, and it's a peachy color, and there's fluffy clouds all around. I step into my own energy. I step fully into my skin. I step into comfort of myself. Oh, Sophia. Thank you, May. Breathe this air in. Breathe this confidence in. And I literally feel it like tingling just beneath the skin surface. And it's whispering messages. I know that sounds a little weird. It's whispering under my skin. Energy work, anything's possible, right? It's whispering under the skin and implanting that deep understanding, that deep knowing, that calling, that pulling, that you have to do what feels good for you, despite what anyone else thinks or says. Oh, awesome, Cassidy. That is awesome. I'm glad you had a good day. I give myself permission to allow my confidence to flow through me freely. I love that. I place trust in knowing my story will have beautiful memories to create. Yes. I open myself up to possibility, and I literally feel something in the eyes now. The view of your eyes are widening. Is, whatever, not a grammar lesson today. The view is widening, opening up the view of possibility. I love that, Cassidy. Yes. Where we maybe once shunned how something could go because we couldn't see like the value in it. We couldn't see how it could work out. We thought maybe it was silly. We thought maybe someone was blowing smoke up our ass. We now open our view and see, oh, that is another way to think about it. That is another path. That is another possibility to achieve. Half a second before you said eyes, I felt energy around mine. I love it, Lua. I love it, I love it. Let your view widen. See the beautiful horizon. Lots of stuff going on in the eyes for a moment. So I think we're still working on widening that view. So you may feel a little pressure in your eyes for just a few more moments. The universe says just hang out here for a minute. Yes, release. Did you all know our full moon is next week also? I know we just did a new moon ceremony, but this full moon's already happening next week. Is that not the craziest thing ever? So close together, I feel like. So we just manifested, and it's almost time to release again. Speaking of release, that's what made me think of it. It's crazy, isn't it? You're feeling it in your ears. I love it. Oh, Lord, no, don't think of it that way. I know sometimes people... Sorry, there's something interesting going on in that video game down there. I know the full moon can make things very intense, but again, that's because the full moon just wants to be like, hey, this is what's in front of you. We got to do something about it. Just think of it that way. We got to make room for possibility. We got to make room for expansion. Irene, how are you? Are you ready for the last session in your package tomorrow? I'm sad. I'm really sad. Oh, Lauren. Thank you for the heart me 777. I've been very tired this weekend. You know, I was pretty tired this weekend too. I did get quite a bit done, like around the house. I didn't go have my sushi at the beach this weekend. I did stuff around the house. Yeah. When you feel like you need a break, trust your body. Trust what it's saying to you. I know it can be hard, but trust the flow. If your body's saying rest, do it. Let yourself recharge so that you can then form ideas, then take action at your best. It is Irene. But we'll talk about it. We'll chat about where you want to go next. Because I feel magic. I feel magic in the air. Let's check in where you're at and we can discuss where you want to go. Already put up the Christmas decor. Stop. Was it angelic? Or is it? Or this coming weekend? How are you liking it so far? Irene, I'm glad you said that because I was feeling that too. I was like, I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it out for her and see how she feels about it. So I love that we're on the same page already. Oh no, this journey isn't over. Just where would we like to shift next? How would we like to transform next? Just what's next? Interesting, Mark, huh? I tell everyone this who wakes up kind of around that time. It could also be that like cortisol's rising at that time. It could be maybe blood sugars dropping at that time. So make sure you know you've had maybe a little bit of protein before you've gone to bed. I love to eat a little bit of cheese. Make sure you've hydrated. And then also, if you like are kind of nervous about what you're feeling, call in the archangels to come in and see what the energy is and move it out if it's not good energy. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Love it. I just wake up for the day around that time lately. Interesting, Maggie, huh? Cheese is a good bedtime snack. It really is. Yeah, I would say call in the archangels. Ask one to stand in each corner and ask them to remove anything from your presence that is not there for good intentions, that is not there for elevation of your energy. I do too. I love cheese. Oh, same, angelic, same. I've always done that too. I don't know what's up with that. Don't know. Cheese is love. It is. If someone were to bring me cheese, I would be like, you love me. And if I bring you cheese, I love you. Like cheese is one part of my love language. Interesting, peace and love. What in the world? Really, Mark? So Jessica, this is Reiki energy healing. So I'm listening to the divine, I'm listening to the universe about where we need to go to heal in here. So this is collective healing. Mark, speaking of gateways, I just heard, I allow the gateway to open to my heart. Let's explore that. I allow the gateway to open to my heart, and I literally see the gates as that green heart chakra energy. Let's walk through these gates. Cheese is the love language in Wisconsin. I love it. Do you, Lauren? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't really like wake up unless I have to go to the bathroom. I just, you know. Expansion of love. Hear it. Got it. Good. Expansion of love and humanity. That's really specific. Melissa, how are you? Welcome in. Not me currently eating cheese and crackers. I love that. So let me say that again and let that land in your energy and tell me how that feels for you. What is coming up for you when I say that again? I allow the expansion of love for humanity into my heart. Ooh, that's going straight down to the lower chakras. Peace and love, I mean, it could be, but it could also just be like maybe you need to hydrate a bit more, maybe you need to eat something a little closer to bedtime. Thank you, Mark, for subscribing. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the Aurora postcards. Those are adorable. So, peace and love. I would just maybe start doing those things before bed. And if you're still waking up, then I would do like I was suggesting to Mark. Be like, call the archangels in and see if they remove something from the space that makes you feel more comfortable. Maybe something is trying to communicate. Maybe there is just something weird in the energy. And thank you for the finger hearts and Aurora postcards. Wait, did you both send them or did I attribute that to the wrong person? I'm so sorry. Thank you, Cassidy, for the coffee. That is adorable. I wish that was a real drink. Like, that would be cool. I'd be like, here. I love that. My friend Karen said to call the archangels as well. Yeah, highly recommend it. A little lavender sachet would be so good too. I have a bundle of lavender that I keep next to my bed, so that's a great suggestion. It helps keeps like sweet spirits around you. Coffee magic. Well, you know me and my story with caffeine. We aren't the best of friends, so I rarely indulge in it. I love matcha, so I will every now and then allow myself to have it, but then I know it's not going to be like the greatest of days. So I have to plan for it, or maybe I'll have a Coke sometimes, but it's not regularly because me and caffeine, again, we do not get along. Yeah, we don't vibe. Like, caffeine just does nothing but make me feel weird. It doesn't really help me stay awake. Yeah. So, for some reason, I intuitively heard Metatron. Now, do I know for certain that that's what he really dabbles in? I don't know. But I felt like Metatron for you would be good for what you're asking. I like the sound of it. I allow myself some matcha. Yes, I love it. Yes, Lauren, try it. Try it. Really, Lua? Holy moly. Ah, you know what? This makes perfect sense. Like, this is no coincidence that the first statement I said about allowing more love for humanity, now I'm seeing golden light beam into everyone's energy. This light is saying I allow myself to see more positivity within humanity. And again, we don't do the toxic positivity stuff here, so don't think that I'm going that way with it, but I allow myself to see more positivity within humanity and use those positive pieces, use those positive moments to drive more change and create more community. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Cassidy. There's a coffee shop that's like kind of Insta and TikTok famous. What's it called? Reposo? I always get it wrong. I think it's Reposo in New Jersey, or Raposa. Maybe it's Raposa. I don't know, one of those. And they went kind of viral, and they make a really good matcha with a blueberry foam that they make in-house. And they put that blueberry foam on top. It was just so good. Yeah, and Lauren too, that could also be cortisol spiking around that time. So I would try calling in, hang on, I'm losing my voice. I would try calling in the archangels before you go to bed and sit with them for a minute and try to meditate for a minute. Maybe listen to some frequency music, turn on an ASMR video, just let your brain shut down before going to sleep. And then feel the comfort of the archangels being around. Yeah, it really, honestly, it probably is that, Lauren, because I was that way for quite a long time. And that was before I got into this energy healing. Like, I could wake myself, or I was just waking up around that time, and I would have a really hard time going back to sleep. I'm seeing deep blue light come in now. And this does feel a little bit like throat chakra, but it's going all the way up and down. So let's explore this more. Oh, Michael's already here. Can you feel him over there? See if you can tap into him. He's always around. We work a lot together. Asking that the presence of the archangels can be felt. Let that bring you some comfort. Oh, I allow my wisdom to open up and widen. You may feel this a lot in the third eye. I allow my wisdom to open up and widen. Yeah, they can feel kind of cold. Yeah. Allowing my, so we were talking about view in our eyes earlier, so now we're talking more intuitive view. I allow my intuitive view to widen. Widen and let more energy from the universe, more wisdom from the universe travel in. That's a good question, Danny. I'm not super sure. For me, I was personally having a lot of trauma that was undealt with that was causing me to wake up. I was having night terrors. For the longest time, I did not know that having night terrors, having bad dreams, constantly having dreams of like being chased or not being able to find my family in an emergency situation wasn't normal. So for me personally, that's what was doing it, but I think a lot of other things can cause it. Really, angelic. I love that. Oh, Danny, I am so sorry. Yeah, it wasn't until my adult years that I started to have good dreams consistently. My dreams were just always me trying to find my family in an emergency situation, like being able to call them on the phone, but I couldn't get to them, or I'd show up to their house and I would hear their voice and I couldn't find them, or someone was after me. It was just always things like that, with that kind of theme. And it literally wasn't until I was about 28, 29 when I started dealing with those things and understanding that I was dealing with those things that it stopped. And I started having good dreams. I'm like, this is what it feels like to wake up and not have a weird dream like that. So highly recommend doing the work you need to do. I started with Reiki. I recommend counseling. I recommend everything. Trying it all, because there's not just one silver bullet answer, right? Sometimes you'll lean more heavily on spiritual work. Sometimes you'll lean more heavily on, like counseling, therapy, things like that. So I recommend it all. Good night, Mark. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Danny. I'm thinking mine is from the drama I dealt with. Yeah, Lauren, yeah, absolutely. Ooh, do you feel that wisdom traveling all the way down into your bellies? It's kind of tickly. I like it. Again, oh, now it's like a deep blue and kind of switching between deep blue and violet, or indigo and violet, really, is what I would say. Guys, your intuition is opening up here. So if you're like, hey, I've been needing help with intuitive development, well, here you go. Welcome in. We're doing it right now. I love this is the way that it's going. Did you, Sophia? That is awesome. So I would say probably if you're seeing like a true blue or like a deep blue, that's probably a lot of throat chakra energy. So maybe you're having issues with, trying to say something. Maybe the throat chakra just needs some extra love, extra calibration. Oh, I don't doubt it, Lauren. I mean, that's just wild, the stuff that you told me. Like, people really need to be careful about inserting themselves into other people's situations, especially if they don't have good intentions. Marie, how are you? Welcome in. How are you feeling? How are things going? I know it's turning winter now and things are getting darker. It's getting darker earlier. Right now we have a lot of like blue, indigo, purple light flowing through us to just like burst open that intuition. Oh, Marie, I'm glad you got to make it in. Welcome in. So if you feel a lot of tingling, especially in the head all the way down, that's what's going on right now. Whoa. I give myself permission to be powerful. Let that sink in for a second. Let the word powerful sink in. Your arms are tingling, and I'll take it all in. Yes, take it. That's what it's here for. Lauren, yes. I give myself permission to be powerful. So behind that, and what I mean behind that is there's just like another piece coming up in my vision, if you will, in my feelings, if you will. Releasing how other people may judge your power. Hello, Jackie, welcome in. How are you? Happy Monday. Yes, release that, Sophia. So standing in your power, I mean, well, let's just level. No matter what you do, there's always going to be someone judging it. That's just what it is. We can't escape judgment. So why not just live your truth? Living your truth is also going to drown out that judgment because it's going to call in your flock. It's going to call in your people who are there to support you, who are there to be like, oh, what are you saying? What are you doing? Let's expand. How can we create? How can we support? How can we grow? Yes, people's judgment it isn't our business because there's really nothing we can do about it. I mean, at the end of the day. Been yawning? Yawn, yes. Yawning, sneezing, burping, other things happening, that's all energy movement. All energy movement. Let it go. Only us know, only us matters. Yes, exactly, Marie. Exactly. And I understand getting caught up on judgment. I get it, especially being someone who was so anxious, so nervous. And the way that my life was is that I did constantly have to be very aware of judgments being made of me because I felt like I could prevent some things happening to me if I was. It was a very emotionally volatile childhood. So that was something that I had to deal with. I had to reprogram, I had to unlearn that at the end of the day, no matter if I catch someone's judgment, if I know someone's judgment, there is no guarantee that I can change it. And that's just the truth of the matter. So, live authentically, live in your truth, live with compassion, live with morality, however you define morality, as long as you are standing in power and truth and authenticity. You're going to call in again. You're going to call in your flock. You're going to call in your people. Are they angelic? I love it. For sure, Lauren. The universe definitely takes care of things. And it's not always in the way that we think it should or think it will. But believe the universe does do its own work. Oh, I love that, angelic. I love it. Yes, release, release. And actually, what I want to do, I just heard it. I want to burn something. That sounds really ominous. I want to burn something. What do I want to burn? Let's see. Let's burn some wood. Hang on a second. Reiki is still flowing. Give you some sweet vibes. Oh, ouch. Let me bring this over here. That's not really smoky enough. Oh, Sophia. I'm going to light some incense. That sounds so good. Yeah, I understand self-sabotage. So I would maybe, I love that, Lord. I'm glad you love it. I would maybe sit with yourself and ask, why did I break up with them? Make a list. Like, I know that sounds so cheesy. Literally, make a list. What were the reasons that I broke up with this person? Are they valid? Are they big thing? Are they deal breakers? And it just feeling good is a good enough reason. Like, if it felt good to leave that relationship, that's a good enough reason. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Welcome in. Listen. Listen, Linda. Irene says that all the time. Irene, are you still in here? I want more smoke. More smoky energy. That's my finger. I shouldn't be allowed to play with fire or sharp objects. Yeah, no. I'm too clumsy. Here we go. Blow some of that over to you. Let's do a piece of lavender too. Let's choose a little twig of lavender too. Thank you for the heart puffs, Cookie. Smells like a fireplace. I love it. Maybe you can smell this lavender too. Whoa, that's really doing the job that I wanted. Love it. There we go. Blowing some sweet lavender over to you too. How's that feeling? Take that in. I really do highly recommend keeping lavender next to your bed. It's just very relaxing, it's very calming, and it has such a sweet spirit about it. Sarah, did I say hi to you? I don't remember now. Hello, Sarah, if I didn't say hi to you. Yes, definitely recommend it. Lavender is such a sweet, spirited plant. And you could also do some rosemary. Rosemary is quite protective, it's cleansing. You could have both of them by your bed. I may, angelic. Unfortunately, this year's lavender, I didn't cut it soon enough, so it didn't turn out amazing, so I just kept it for myself. So maybe this summer, when it grows back in, maybe I'll do bundles again. and maybe do them a little bit differently, maybe like just switch it up a little bit. But yeah, maybe I will. It depends on my growing skills. It has with a clear quartz in the center. Wait, you mean you have those things by your bed with clear quartz? Is that what you mean? Oh, thank you, Angelic. I love that you think it'd be a cool idea. I love it too. Like, I love the idea of me growing it so it's infused with my Reiki energy that I put into my property, I put into my dirt, I put into my house. So like, you're not just getting this lavender that was grown somewhere, like it was grown by me with the energy I infuse into my dirt, my literal dirt. And then of course I infuse it even more with my own magic. I infuse it more with Reiki, and then the magic of the crystals that I feel called to put with it. So yeah, I'm glad you like that idea. I have on a nightstand a little dish with lavender buds with clear quartz in the center. I love that. Dry lilacs would be very cool too. Lilacs though are delicate, and I've never tried drying them, so I don't know like how that would work out, but I feel like that would be cool too. Like I've never had dry lilac, so I don't know like how well the scent stays, because it is like it's so delicate and that scent is delicate. Because lavender on the other hand, like it can be quite robust. It's a very smelly plant. Like even 2-3 years later, since I've dried this bundle, it's still very lavender. Like it's no mistaking that the scent is there. Oh, I bet it does, Angelic. I bet it does. Oh, pushing something out of the chest. Hang on a second. That was literally like a bubble of energy. And I could see your energies, like you're like hunched over and you're pushing it up on your back. Like have you ever seen the imagery of someone pushing a boulder up a hill and they have the boulder on their back and they're pushing it up with their legs? You know what I mean? That's what this looked like. Let it go. And it was literally just a bubble that burst of self-doubt. You just like naturally pushed it out on your own. Love it. Wow, I just burped as you were saying that. Yes. And Jackie's like, oh my gosh, yes. It was just like you intuitively knew how to do it. You did it. You didn't think about it and you let it go. There we go. I love it. You guys did that. I wasn't doing that. The universe wasn't doing that. You all did that. And that reminds me, so again, if you haven't been here before, sometimes I kind of bounce around a little bit of bird brain like, but it's because I'm channeling. I'm switching between channeling brain and thinking brain, and I'm trying to convey the messages of the universe. And hang on, I gotta do my puzzle piece so TikTok knows I'm real. Anyway, speaking of you pushing that doubt up out of your system, I reposted a video here on TikTok. You can find it in my reposts. My reposts are public. Sometimes you'll find the most random stuff in there. You're like, Carolyn, why'd you post that? I'm like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. Anyway, it's Barack Obama talking about getting in the room with people. Not letting yourself think that you don't deserve a place at the table. And the point of his message is that a lot of people sitting at these big tables, these fancy tables, they are still just people. They're still just regular people. And some of them may not live up to your expectations of greatness. They just had an opportunity to be in the right place at the right time. So he's saying, you know, don't ever doubt your capability. Don't ever doubt your worthiness of being able to have a seat at a table you perceive as prestigious. And that's so true. You have every right to be there too. You have the capability of being there too. And it feels like that is what really released with that bubble of energy. How does that feel in your energy? That feels like it just sparked something for a lot of you. My candle magic reading for me last week was spot on. Helped me so much, Jackie. Thank you. I love that. I'm gonna pin that for a second, if it'll let me pin it. I'm so glad that was spot on for you. The universe knows. It knows. Hello, Emma. How are you? Welcome in. Happy Monday. I almost said Wednesday. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's not Wednesday. The week just started. I'm sorry guys, I know this isn't important, but this piece of hair is so frizzy and it's driving me batty. I have so much going on at one time with healing and leveling up, and I don't even know what's happening. Angelic, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes that's what you need, is you just kind of need to do it all at once without thinking about it. And that can be some of the best ways to have your level up, to have your epiphanies, to have your transformations, is when you don't really have time to think about it. Now, I don't recommend just doing that all the time, because, you know, sometimes there are lessons that need to be absorbed a bit more, that need to be sat with a little bit more. But sometimes you just need to hit it all at once. So you need to go full force and as fast as you can and just do it. I definitely have periods like that where I'm like, I don't know which way is up right now. I just know things are happening. And hang on, let me adjust the way that I'm sitting so my feet don't fall asleep. Oh my God, and I don't get tangled in these cords. Yeah, I have periods like that too. I have periods where maybe I don't really do a lot of healing work, where I just like let whatever I did marinate for a hot minute. And remember, just for everyone in general, healing work does not always mean having to be in your shit and untangling trauma. Healing work is also self-development. It's also upgrading. It's expansion. Like, it's progress. It's building on things. So you don't always have to be focusing on, well, I have this trauma from the past. No, right now I have 2 clients in a package together. We're working on up-leveling their businesses. Now, yes, some family trauma is coming into that, releasing that so they can then build their businesses bigger. But it's not going to be all of the focus. It's not all about just always being stuck in healing, because I have seen people get stuck in the cycle of just healing, healing, healing. You got to remember progress too. You got to remember building too. Sometimes I just go out and hang out with people and do fun things. I love that. And remember, healing's not a point. It's not an end game. It's not a finish line. It's a journey. Thank you for the shares, 777. And I want you to also remember, think of it this way. There is no ceiling to hit. Don't ever limit yourself to what you think you can do. There's no ceiling to hit. Just go as high as you can. Yes, Angelic, it is not linear either. So don't ever beat yourself up if you have a moment where you feel like you fall backwards. You may be falling backwards, but it's not undoing what you've already done. It's just a moment to reflect and be like, did I handle it differently? How did I handle it differently? What can I do now going forward? All right, where do we need to go now? I'm feeling the heart again. Let's go into the heart again. I just feel something. It looks like a stone wall. So let's go discover what this stone wall is. But I'll give you this. It doesn't look very tall. It looks like if we ran fast enough and jumped high enough, we could just jump right over it. So that's good. Good sign. Oh, it's gonna make me burp. Okay. What is this wall? I'm hearing have the courage to jump over the wall. Okay, so you literally need to jump over it. We're not busting it down. You need to show yourself that you can jump over it. But why are we jumping over it? What's the purpose? Is this love related? What is this? Yeah, kind of love related. Being able to express yourself, even if that means expressing something that someone else may not find attractive, interesting. Because, well, this is just me talking now. Because if you can't do that with someone, then what's the point? Why would you want to have like a deeper relationship if you can't do that? You know? All right, let's run and jump over this wall to be able to express yourself, all of yourself, and be like, hey, I have this thing. Hey, I need this. Hey, you know, just have those deeper conversations. So run towards this wall and jump. See yourself soar over it and gently land on the other side. Exactly, angelic. Because you're hiding part of you. You're having to, you know, throttle yourself down. Thank you for the share, Edna. Welcome in. So keep leaping. I literally have Reiki under you, and it's like acting. It's kind of like a puff of air that keeps you flowing over the wall. And it's not comfortable to like keep those things pushed down. They're eventually going to manifest in other ways where you're like, man, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I did that. Because you're holding it in. Exactly. And you don't want that. Life is too short to be resentful and angry. I've been building my walls up slowly over the last couple years. Now I'm trying to tear them down. Jackie, this is for you. Show yourself that you can jump up and over and soar over this wall. Like, I can do it. Maybe I built the wall, but I can get back over it. And again, land gently on the other side. It is nothing that can't be undone. How are we feeling? I feel a little bit of tears wanting to come up with that. Like, I can do that? Let them flow. Don't keep them in. Don't keep anything in. Ah, Esme, it could be. If that resonates with you, if that, me speaking about that feels related to that, take it. And jump over that wall. Be like, I am going to allow myself to explore, to discover, to be, I'm hearing like the word honest with myself, but it's not really honesty. It's more like freedom, to be free to explore and go deeper. It's kind of a mix of both. The walls were for protection, but I lost part of my real self. So now it's healing time. And sometimes that happens too. Like and I went through it too. I had a period of time where I just didn't really want to talk to anybody. I didn't feel like I could be around a lot of people. I couldn't really be present. I couldn't return to certain places because my healing wasn't at the place, I hadn't gotten to those places in my healing where those were things that I could tackle or hold or handle. That happens. Honor that space. Be like, oh, right now I need to be in my own. I need to kind of be a hermit to figure out what's happening so that I then can go out and do these things. And a lot of healers go hermit mode still. I still do it to this day. I mean, healers that I work with still have hermit mode moments because they are necessary. They're necessary to check in with your energy, evaluate your energy. Got stuck in my bracelet. It's a necessary part of our journeys. And I've honestly found, this might sound a little strange, but I have found that actually, I think I have more hermit mode moments now that I'm in this space, but they're different. They're hermit modes, but it's expansion mode. It's dreaming mode. Like, they're fun. It's not, I need to retreat because I've been hurt kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yes, you have to recharge. You have to recharge along the way. Let me kind of fluff your energy, if you will. I'm going to gently fluff through your energy. Just being very gentle. Kind of like combing it. And if you comb your hair a lot and it's like really staticky, like that's what I'm kind of doing with your energy. And I was like, should I use the word fluff? Will some people like catch that? And hang on, let me clean my glasses. Energetically. Jackie. How is that feeling? It feels kind of like when you made static electricity, like, you rubbed your feet on the carpet and made yourself staticky. That's what it feels like to be. Do you guys, this is kind of getting off on another topic. Do you guys remember that like static off spray that came in the blue bottle with the orange cap? Does anyone remember static off? I used to, oh my god. Anyway, we used to spray it all over ourselves religiously, like our hair, our sweaters, especially in the winter. And I look back at that now and I'm like, what were we spraying ourselves with? Like, what did I douse myself in for like a large part of my childhood to make myself unstaticky? I remember spraying it on hairbrushes and combing my hair with it. I don't know. Like, I don't know what was in it. And I think it was advertised to like spray on your clothes. I don't know if it was advertised for use in your hair, but I remember using it like all over. It was called Static Off, I think. Can someone look up Static Off and tell me if maybe I should be a part of a lawsuit? That if I may be entitled to some compensation? I did. This has been years ago. The Blue Diamond almond milk lawsuit. I was a part of that. And I got a whopping $5 from it. It was too funny. I waited like a year for that $5 settlement. $47, dang. Yeah. Well, I am getting sleepy. Oh, don't spend it all at once, Angelic. How is the energy feeling now? Yeah, so Saturday morning I actually woke up kind of early and I felt pretty good, but now I'm just like, because I work, obviously I work. I do Star Bloom healing, but I also have kept my daytime job. I'm still there. Anyway, so I work from home and I sit in front of my window, both computers, like they're on each side of my window. So I go from that computer to this one, but it's depressing. I'm sitting there working and all of a sudden it's so dark and I'm like, what time is it? Where am I? It just feels so weird. Makes me sad, but I'm very lucky that I don't have to commute anymore because of that. But yeah, it's rough. Has me all messed up now. Static guard. Maybe it was that, Jackie. Did it come in a spray can? Hello, the one and only. How are you? Welcome in. Happy Monday. Yeah. I was just talking about earlier, I did a winter warming ceremony last year. So the winter warming ceremony was like a private thing on Zoom. So I was thinking about doing it again if people were interested in doing it, just to help improve our moods, light up fire within us to get us through this dark part of winter, so that we stay cheerful, we stay positive, we stay productive, just stay feeling good. So yeah, it was Static Guard had an orange lid. Yeah, I remember. I think the can was blue and the lid was orange. So yeah, maybe I'll open that up again. And we'll do a little ceremony. Last year I used orange and yellow candles to represent the sun. We called in sun energy. It was gorgeous. And we used a lot of fire. Oh my goodness, thank you everyone. Look at that magical number of likes. Thank you everyone. Oh, Lauren, yeah, I totally get it. I was thinking about getting one of those lights that mimics the sun and trying it out. Oh yeah, okay, we should do a winter warming ceremony then. Yes, someone actually has a vintage can of it for sale on Etsy. Seriously? What are the ingredients? Does it list the ingredients? Afteryatica? Oh, yeah. Same. And I used to work, this is many years ago now, I used to work for the Beast of the East, aka Amazon. And it was 10-hour shifts, but at the time it was all said and done, it was really like 12, 13 hours. I would go home, or I would go to work in the dark, and I would go home in the dark. Talk about rough. And if you weren't on a floor, like only one floor could see out the windows at the top of the building, if you weren't on that floor to just like see, anything, it was like drive you batty. Oh, Angelic, I was talking about us doing a winter warming ceremony. Is that what you meant? Oh, the one and only, I know. is on my lip? Or is it my phone? Oh no, it's on my lip. So what we did last year is I used orange and yellow candles to represent the sun, and I actually made like a sun pattern out of it. And I used copper, I used citrine, I used like all the like warm, bright crystals to represent the sun. And what we did is we called in the fire energy, called in the sun energy to keep warmth within us, to help us get through the darkest part of winter, to keep our stamina steady, to keep our mood level, just to help us beat that, you know, low mood that a lot of us get when it comes to winter. And I believe, I'll have to go back and look at the listing, but I believe I also had us bring in intentions for the winter, and then I burned those in the sunlight. So we used a lot of fire magic as well. I'll have to go back and look at the listing and everything that we did, but the basis of it was calling in the sun to keep us feeling good. I don't know yet, Esme, because I didn't know if people would want to do it again. Thank you for the roses, Tony. But since there is interest, I'll look at getting that on the books within like the next few weeks here. And it's highly flammable. Well, that's not good, Jackie. So that can't be great. Oh, well, I breathed a lot of that in. Breathed a lot of that static spray in. Oh, the one and only, yes. Yeah, so we'll do it again this year. I think last year it was five doll hairs, if you catch my drift. So I'll tune into that again. If you don't know how I structure things like that, is that the universe just tells me. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds like a crazy way to run business, but that's the nature of spiritual healing. So I'll tune in again and I'll ask. So that's how it was structured last year. Hello, Becky. How are you? Welcome in. Oh no, Esme. Maybe I could get more than $5 this time. Yeah, the way energy healing works is just, it's different. I tune into what the universe tells me. So I'm kind of getting off on another train here, but I know there's people in here who want to do this kind of work, who are interested, who do it. I'm trying to get better at listening to the universe. I love it. I love it. And actually there's something coming around that will be free. Anyway, so when it comes to pricing structure, the universe gives me numbers. So it's not about how much at the end of the day. It's more about the energy. What's the vibration of that number? What should be evoked in your energy as a part of that monetary agreement? Do you get what I mean? So that's how I do it. That's how a lot of people that have mentored me do it. It's very cool to be in tune with the universe and hear and feel that. It's so cool. It's so interesting. So sometimes you'll be like, oh, why was that price? And then you're offering this thing that's like, it has way more in it, but it's less. And you're like, yeah. Sometimes it's spirits numbers, Esme, not all the time, but sometimes it is. I know it's, for a lot of people, it's really popular for them to use spirit numbers, like that's what feels good to them. Sometimes that is what happens for me. Like my Bloom program, my signature program, which is great for beginners. It's not open right now, but it will be. It's 333. So we're all about beginning again. We're all about exploration. That's what Bloom is too. We are helping open up people. We're blooming their beautiful spirits. We're removing weeds of trauma and discovering what's underneath so that you then feel the courage to explore and go deeper and be excited and take chances on yourself and understand how invaluable you are to do that healing work for yourself. So that's a time that it did work out to be like an angel number. Do you the one and only? That is awesome. I love all those numbers. I love them all. Yeah, numerology. Oh, hang on. So anyway, Just an interesting little fact. And again, especially for those who maybe want to get into this work and you're like, I don't really know how to go about that. Listen to the universe. Feel that number in your intuition. And for people who run a more like logically mind business who aren't in the spiritual world, they would probably shit their pants hearing that. Be like, you do what? Like, yeah, I just listened to what the universe said to me about it. That's it. But anyway. All right, let me tuck you in, my little burritos. What kind of burrito would you like to be? What kind of stuffings do you want? You can be anything. Tuck you in nice and snug. A Thanksgiving burrito, what's in that? A free burrito, like free-spirited? Or you mean you just hope a free burrito falls in your lap? Either way, it sounds amazing. This burrito's ready to knock out. Same. Mint chocolate chip with a chocolate shell. I read mint chocolate chip at first. I'm like, where is this going? Because I can't see that in a traditional tortilla. Makes sense. I want it to be a mermaid. I love it. Good night, Lauren. All right. Same, I'll take both. Free-spirited and free burritos? Why not both? How do you say that in Spanish? I don't remember now. My Spanish is horrendous. Feeling more like a dill pickle? What in the world? I love dill pickles. Porque no los dos? Porque no los dos? Is that right? Do you remember that commercial with the little girl with the taco shells? Is that what she said? I don't remember. Don't ask me. I'm better at like hearing Spanish and reading Spanish. It takes me a minute to figure it out, but I can figure out a lot of things. But speaking it, ugh, not good. All right, let me seal you in. And I will see you in the next one. Good night. Good night. Maybe if I can hit the button, maybe we'll leave. Good night.